Welcome back in. The increase of tariffs on Chinese goods has consumers finding ways how to stay trendy while staying on a budget. And if you have a pair of jorts that is, hiding in the back of your closet, don't get rid of them. Different from shorts. They've made a comeback. Plus, we have some big deals on small appliances. Joining us now with the latest consumer news, fashion trends, and deals, we have Senior Director of Content Operations from BestReviews.com, Jacob Palmer. Jacob, I can't believe you're here to talk jorts today. What's going on?
I got a little bit of everything for people, but there's a lot in the news, and there's a lot of ways that people can save money, even with things changing right now. And I want to make sure that everybody kind of knows, stays up to date, and then they're making the right decisions with their money. Yeah,
the potential of tariffs is, of course, making everyone nervous, making every market go crazy. So what can we do? What are we doing?
So it's really interesting because it is affecting the consumer market in some really interesting ways. And everybody knows that it got really hot and that everybody was tariffing everybody, especially, you know, from America and then outward. But then recently we had the news over the weekend that they were actually going to kind of cool down, and that the tariffs, especially for China, are going to come down to 20 to 25%. And what that means is that I do expect to see more deals going out into the world. So what had happened was, when we had really high tariffs out there and it wasn't clear what was going to happen, a lot of sellers kind of pulled back on marketing budget. They pulled back on things to be able to put out promotional pricing because they lost some of that margin. They weren't sure what was going to happen. They got conservative, and so it boiled down to the consumer getting less of a discount on certain things. Now that we're getting back to approximating normal and a normal kind of trade deal, what I expect to see are more exchanges, more promotional pricing going out to people. But we have seen a bit of a shift already in consumer behavior, which is somewhat shocking because it's usually kind of slow, and obviously prices didn't spike overnight. But we did see a little bit of, you know, people looking to find different ways to save, especially for parents and people that need to be buying clothes constantly.
Yeah, I saw one Australian label who said, no more, we're not shipping to the U.S. So, I mean, it's scary. There's a lot going on out there. Now, one of the ways to avoid something like that would be thrifting. San Francisco is a great city for it. Tell us about that.
So this is a really interesting one for a few reasons, because to me, it seems like a confluence of really big trends going on at once. Millennials, Generation Z, they love to buy reused clothes. It's kind of this notion of you want to do better for the environment. There's a lot of really high quality clothes out there available in the thrift market. And then there's also the concerns around, you know, not only fast fashion, but also the tariffs. And a lot of our clothes are made in places where they don't want to be spending that much more on top of it in terms of a tax. So they were already looking for the deal from the thrifts, and now they're doubling down on that. So we are seeing some very big trends in terms of people looking for thrift shops. And of course, there's a lot of great markets like this one that we're sitting in right now that is a great place to be able to find basically whatever you want.
Yeah, and speaking of trends and trends coming back, what's the hype about jorts right now? What's going on?
This is perfect. So exactly what you'd be looking for when you go to those, you know, there's some great Levi's stores around here too, where they sell resold Levi's. And I'm sure there was a long period where they had a hard time getting the jorts out. But now what we're seeing is jorts are totally back. And they're back in a way where the celebrities are wearing them out. You know, Gigi Hadid was photographed wearing the jorts, and it's just making a real comeback in a way that young people think they're cool again. I think I've been on this show for years, and we always talk about what's old is new again. And this is one area that, to be totally honest with you, even when I was a kid, they were never that cool. But they are still making a comeback right now. And it's a part of this kind of retro 90s look where everybody wants those knee-length jorts all of a sudden.
Yep, people are back. There they are right there, the knee-length jorts. Amazing. All right, another polarizing fashion trend, Crocs.
Yes.
What's the hype about Crocs? What's the story?
So Crocs, again, being led by the younger generations. You know, I have a 2-year-old and she loves Crocs, and so she always wants me to be wearing matching Crocs with her. But they're huge, and they're part of the new kind of trend where everything needs to be comfortable. You go to school in your pajamas, you wear Crocs even though, you know, they look like how they look like. And what's interesting right now for both jorts and Crocs is in the face of how much popularity they have and how much demand is out there for them right now, we're seeing big deals on both. Jorts are for sale right now 20% plus, and then Crocs are 25 to 50% off, depending on what model you're looking for. So if you're in the market for the Crocs, you know, we do have a story on BestReviews.com about basically connecting you to the best on on-sale models right now. So they're popular, they're on sale, and I'm sure they're expecting to move a lot more. And I'm also sure that the tariff news is great news for them.
Yeah, and they're convenient for kids. So easy to slip on the foot. Yeah, it's just so much easier. We want to talk about some deals on small appliances now. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so kind of a hard shift from fashion, but we still want to make sure that we're saving people money. And so what we're seeing right now live are deals on a lot of really big brands. So I'm talking about Ninja, KitchenAid, and a lot of other ones for these small appliances that will help you be able to, make all of these deals in the kitchen. So another great story to be able to check out on BestReviews.com. It's also on Cron4.com, where you could be connected to a lot of these great products that we're not going to see this kind of pricing again until we're looking in July for Prime Day. So right now we are seeing some of our absolute favorite brands marked down, and I think it's a part of this emerging trend where I think over the next several weeks, especially over the next 90 days, we're going to be seeing a lot of discounted prices because a lot of these companies now are looking to make up for a little bit of lost time.
Yeah. Are there any other major trends to look for right now in shopping?
Yes, absolutely. So obviously on top of the fashion and kitchen, the tech products too are going to be going to be a little bit more discounted, especially because people are now looking at high school graduation. And so that's kind of the next big one that the sellers are going to be trying to target people for and be able to connect them with things that they want. And what we have with the high school graduation is people are going to start setting them up to be able to go off to college, be able to send them off with everything they absolutely need. So items like not only just the technology they need, like the computers and the tablets and the headphones and all that, but also mini fridges and also the microwaves and kind of those dorm room essentials that people are going to need. And it's all a part of this grand, perfect kind of trend right now where we're going to be seeing a lot of discounts as folks get ready to gear up and head out with kind of the bigger news in the background.
All right, Jacob. Well, it's exciting. I love to shop. So thank you so much for being here.